Well, Ford is pausing production of its popular F-150 Lightning electric vehicle to investigate a potential battery issue. Spokesperson said so far the company is unaware of any incidents on the roads.
With the consistent growth of the EV industry, more and more automakers are pushing to create and sell electric vehicles. While some companies are trying to abandon gas engines completely, there are others who are struggling to keep up with the rise of the new market. Yet, Ford seems to be doing the impossible, taking charge of the electric market without abandoning its roots. But how is it doing this? How is Ford turning its legendary gas-powered trucks and SUVs into electric beasts? What is this best-selling brand doing differently that's putting it at the top of the rankings consistently over the years? To know the answers to these grueling questions, you must stay tuned until the end of the video. Or if there are other grueling questions you want answered, why don't you leave a comment and subscribe? We'll get to them as soon as possible. Let's get started. Ford has been the front-runner of the automotive industry for decades. As most people would claim, Ford is very much the undisputed king of trucks in America. Take the F-Series as an example. It is a batch of highest-rated, top-notch models that are loved by millions around the country. In 2024 alone, Ford sold a staggering 765,649 units of the F-Series. That secured the company the title of the best-selling truck for an incredible 48 years straight. That's nearly half a century of sitting at the throne and dominating the entire market. But Ford's success isn't just about one truck. Its SUV lineup is just as tempting. From the Explorer that remains a powerhouse to the Bronco making a comeback on the off-road legend, their sales have been through the roof. This basically shows the world that their fans are just as loyal to the brand now as they were once. A massive in-your-face to the automotive industry. So, is that what makes Ford so untouchable? The incredible sales? Well, yes, but that's only one part of the whole deal. You see, for millions of Americans, the F-150 isn't just a boring truck. It has almost become the identity of many Americans they confidently flaunt in front of other people. It isn't just an ego thing. It's because the F-Series offers so much to its consumer market in both diversity and accessibility. It gets the job done in literally any scenario, whether it's a work truck hauling heavy loads or towing an RV. It's also an off-road beast built for rough terrain, which especially makes it a go-to choice for all kinds of drivers. This emotional connection of the people has to be Ford's biggest strength. While other automakers struggle to build brand loyalty, Ford has generations of customers who wouldn't dream of driving anything else. But the world is changing as we speak. Gas prices are fluctuating, and government policies are understandably threatening the automotive industry for a shift to a more sustainable form of conveyance, which is why it isn't a big surprise that electric vehicles are forcing themselves into the market. Unfortunately, though, brands are being pressured into trying to keep up. If they don't, they will surely get left behind. So the big question is, if Ford can keep up with the market without losing what makes it special. You might have noticed that a lot of companies tried changing the face of their brands after this new EV shift in the market, but Ford didn't go down that route. It went with the one strategy that has been working for decades for automotive companies. It is simply upgrading what's already working for their customers. We've talked about this in detail in our Toyota video. This form of strategy worked for Toyota and is working for Ford just as well. Take a look at some of the top customer favorite models. The F-150 Lightning is the best-selling truck in America, so Ford kept all the customer favorite features of the truck intact and simply enhanced its profile. Everything from its rugged design to its long-lasting durability was all there in the model, but by adding on other incredible features like towing capacity and the ability to power a home in emergencies, they have made the F-150 10 times more attractive. If you haven't seen this beast yet, you can look at the numbers that Ford is bringing to the table. Ford just saw a massive jump in sales, a 34.8% increase in EV sales, and a 40% increase in hybrid sales. This proves that Ford can not only dominate in the domain of gas-powered vehicles, but also bring in best-selling EVs. What nobody expected, however, was to see Ford hybrids take the lead. Somehow, they turned out to be a surprise hit in the market. Even though there has been a hot debate about whether people should stick to gas-powered vehicles, Ford did one better. It released 3 different options and let people figure out the winner of the debate through sales. Instead of taking it up online, they single-handedly proved to the world that Americans still wanted affordable and fuel-efficient vehicles by their side. Here's the thing about Ford. They understand their consumer behavior better than anyone else in the automotive industry. They know that they have built a loyal fan base and have used that to their strength. The brand knows knows that they cannot afford to piss their consumer base off. That's exactly what they kept in mind while stepping into the EV market. Ford did not just do a big upgrade out of nowhere. They allowed their consumers to come to the electric vehicles naturally and gradually. They introduced 3 different types of options for their models: gas-powered, electric, and hybrid options. This allowed their customers to pick the model that best suited their needs, while also offering the flexibility to skip to the EV directly. This might not seem like a big power move, but it is a simple tactic that got Ford where it is now. They are making sure that the consumer feels as if they are choosing how they want to transition to the EV, rather than the brand dictating it for them. This emotional connection with the customers is something that they have worked tirelessly on. You might not have noticed, but Ford makes a big deal about showing off its Built in America branding. This isn't a mere coincidence, but a sly trick to play with the emotions of the patriotic customers in their target audience. So if we are talking about Ford's legacy, they know how to keep it running while introducing new products into the market. It appears as if they rely heavily on the choices of their audience, unlike other companies that try to force change down their customers' throats. It might be risky to a few, but Ford has been challenging that part of the debate for a long time now. The only thing left is to see whether Ford can handle it in the long run. If you think about it, Ford's strategy is nothing short of remarkable. They went where no man had gone, trying to create the perfect balance between the past and the future. The crazy bit is that they have managed to pull it off like champs. However, you can't help but wonder if Ford can manage to keep this balance forever. The change comes easily when there is acceptance from the crowd to shift to EVs. But will that happen? You see, the biggest challenge lies in traditional truck buyers. While the F-150 Lightning has been a success, many loyalists still prefer to keep as far away as possible from the EVs. The problem is that they aren't wrong to have these strict beliefs. Trucks have long been known to travel far and wide on diesel and gas. The same vehicles have had years of success crossing rough terrains and rocky pathways. So, to tell the same truckers to transition to EVs may not always come easy. Now, Ford may have brought on more options in their models, but what if there comes a time when gas-powered models become obsolete? What then? Will Ford's loyal fan base still stick around? Another wild card is the fluctuating gas prices. The blame for the recent rise in hybrid and EV sales has to fall on the high gas prices. Most people have started seeing gas-powered vehicles as a declining industry, which has forced them to go straight for the EVs. But if gas prices were to plummet, would buyers still see hybrids and EVs as the next big thing? And then obviously there's Tesla, Ford's biggest competitor in the EV market. Ford may be a big name with cutting-edge technology and wild marketing strategies, but Tesla is the king of the EV market. It isn't afraid of taking on aggressive approaches to stay ahead of the game and keep on innovating. So, can Ford really keep up with a brand that's entirely focused on cutting-edge EVs, especially when it seems more committed to its legacy than the future? We can't answer that today, but there is no doubt that the next 5 years will define Ford's future. The company has proven that it can lead to innovation and change, but can it do that without betraying its legacy? We're not sure, and the road ahead is unpredictable. For now, Ford has managed to shut the mouths of critics and continue to remain the best-selling brand in America. And that is a wrap, folks. But before you drive off into the sunset, never to return, why don't you hit like, subscribe, and tap that bell icon so you don't miss a beat? Let us know your thoughts down below as well. Do you think electric trucks will eventually replace gas-powered ones? And can Ford keep up with the competition? Will Ford manage to stay true to its name? Only time will tell.